We need to be aware that a man is nothing but a sum total of all his experiences. So, what are the experiences which a person sitting in Kashmir is being deliberately given in a pre-planned, meditated manner by certain being one being our adversary, being Pakistan, and certain other terror groups across the world. The terror tanzeems of varying political and social ideologies have already been operating in Jammu and Kashmir, and lately, post the conflicts and violence in the Middle East and Afghanistan, religious radicalization has added another worrying dimension to it. The current generation of young Kashmiris have been brought up under an environment of strife between the religious and political narratives, leading to violence by terrorists. Over the years, through a planned lecture series at various places of worship spread across Kashmir, through books, and through pre-planned one-page pamphlets, a version of religion that is twisted enough to immune a human being to his natural tendencies of mercy and goodness is converted into a killer. It's a formal process where the previously irreligious or a secular person or even an atheist is tricked to understand religion as per the needs of the terror group. Terrorism in Kashmir is a combination of societal religious causes. There is an increased influence of religious indoctrination, which is feeding into the narrative of victimhood, which is further used by terrorist groups to recruit them into various tanzeems. Social media and internet, again, have provided access to both education as well as propaganda. They are tough to distinguish for anyone, especially for a young, vulnerable mind. The narratives or beliefs are changing faster than it used to be earlier, where we are all facing multiple challenges, which very few of us understand. The creation of fake handles, social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, has increased tremendously, which deviate the mind of an individual and a youngster, leading to self-indoctrination. YouTube demonstrated that 50% of the jihadist videos particularly contained martyr-hailing content or praise to martyrdom. 30% of the contained footage had suicide bombing contents into it. A well-planned propaganda worked to alleviate an inhumane death to a heroic and holy act of achieving salvation, which is called shahadat, for themselves, for their families, and for a terrorist, he includes wider ummah concept as well. A person is made to imagine and feel an exaggerated situation of being humiliated on the basis of a fake political or religious persecution, which then proceeds to convert the humiliation into shame and then guilt of an inaction. This feeling of inaction creates an anger in him. And at this stage, the terror organization offers an option to regain dignity and honor on the path of religion or God-ordained duty. Motivation came from the fact that act leads to not only improved self-esteem, but also a higher status in the society. In fact, if you just take a bit time to research, you'll find a handbook of terror tanzeems, which shows how detailed the terror recruitment is. How a person is made a seeker first. Yeah, you heard it right, seeker. Seeker of revenge, seeker of identity, status, or even thrill. The next step involves individual seeker wanting to connect with a mentor or a guide. This could be either in the form of physical connection, which used to be prior to 2017, 2019, or these days online. The third step, once an individual accepts to be part of the jihadi group, there is a need to immune him from the natural humane instincts of compassion and discomfort by inflicting pain onto others.